All right, another try. Let's do d4. All right, so let's play c4. See what's what. Toulouse from Germany. We have played them once. Recently, I can't remember. All right, so Slav defense. Well, I'm a big fan of the exchange variation, but let's go to the main lines. Also, you can go knight c3s. Maybe trickier, but it also allows the extra variations with e5, which this stops. Something like that. I'm not sure that's like a big problem because Slav players are kind of love solid play and this gets a little spicy, so it's not very likely to happen. So this has some, well, it puts more pressure on here, so it can be also trickier to start. All right, so we go here or play something less spicy, like the quiet variation e3. I mean, I don't mind face. I played this, faced this a lot on the black side since I like the Slav defense. So, all right, so a6. This is also fine here because this is not much of a problem in the quiet variation. The good part is that we are defending this, so that stuff is not really a threat. Well, it can happen, but so what? I don't know. I'll just go out with this guy now. Seems pretty no-brainer. I mean, sometimes you can go with the knight here. Intending this already in advance. Oh, let's go there. I'm not really sure I'm gonna take it, but right. So I do sometimes play this exact same thing on the black side, which is fine. Now we have to do something about this. Either take or push or play b3. Which would have the most bite. I mean, there's some, you probably get something out of like this out of them. Then a6 Slavs. I'm not sure about this, so I'm just gonna go. I'm not ignore this. Now they might have to invest them. Well, I don't know if they have to, but if they don't, then I might play there and like try to isolate this a little bit. And well, they could go here. I'm thinking of like putting the knight here. All right, so they don't. I'll do it because it's pretty annoying having this. I mean, of course, I'm kind of leaving my rook to guard this pawn because it's also is similarly kind of isolated in a way that it's out of other pawns can't defend it, same as this. My bishop is banging on here. I'm expecting e5. It's gonna do this if that happens. Definitely not taking. Taking care of the threats here if it takes there. Oh. There's no reason to... Oh. Well. I'm definitely gonna go here. I was just wondering what's the implications of this, that this guy is now definitely not the happiest camper in the world. But how does black defend this is the question. think I win this one. Maybe the question is, so what? But I don't know, like, there's no way you can add defenders more than one. More than one defender to this guy. Also hitting this guy now, so we might even be super brilliant. Snap that, then come back, snap that. I can always come back here. It's like some trades happen. Defend the B pawn. And we have this the pressure too. Like this has gone wrong. I think black should have played A5 though. It still might not be easiest. Well, eventually if we win this one, then we can like maneuver the knight around there, or I don't know, do something else. So he defends this. It's smart. There's no way you could afford to lose that one. This one you can maybe like somehow justify losing, because it's not hard to break through on this side. I think we take with the bishop. Since queen takes, we probably run into that nonsense there. And we are not really like, okay, here he leaves this undefended. I could argue taking here, but since he just castles and is ready to bring the other rook here, I think I'll just take with the bishop. No need to have the bishop there. Alright, so h5. Well, I'm definitely not gonna castle there and face any kind of a nonsense attacks. No, thank you. G3, h4. No. Just no. But do we do something about like h3 to stop thingies coming here, or h4? H4 looks a little stupid, to be honest. Leave this square as a whole for the knights, and pawn might be vulnerable. I'll just do it this way. This is possible, but there's still a lot of setup there. I did not have to do anything about it too, but nah, why not? Okay, this guy is still completely useless. I'll bring it out of the way instantly. Maybe here. I'm just wondering if I'm hovering here, maybe I need this square for the knight. I don't think so, because I think the knight is gonna go this way, even though again it's not obvious that it's so great having a knight there. But let's just stick it there. Maybe I can like discourage something f5ish, f4ish in the future. And it's not like the knight could go this way. Maybe it could go like this way, but doubtful. Now we can, if they play this one, I can play b4. I want to remove the bishop out of the way. And this is still pain, because his rook is stuck here. Could we try to do something smarter, like knight here, here, here? And put pressure on these guys. Not automatic b4, because that's a square. We might wanna use. Let's do, I guess the question is, if I do this and this happens, what do we do about the ponyo? I could play rook b1. Because he's not really infiltrating anywhere with the bishops bearing down. Rook b1, queen b8, b7 I mean. Knight here, queen here. Also, it's not really a big commitment. I can still play b4 and shut down this side if I need to. I mean, this of course was natural, like stick the knight there. But the question is, so what if he just ignores it? He's freeing stuff too. start ramming things down my throat here. So I'll just do this now. Plan is to do a lot of damage there. And now here even shut down this one. Because this is not really a threat yet, is it? And if this happens, maybe I could play g3. But I think I'm just gonna ignore it and play knight b4. Let it, I mean, we can even let this happen and we don't have to even take here. Okay, that's not a bad move. Now I'm kind of tempted to bring the rook there and then stick the knight here. Why not? Looks fun. Okay, I see he has I did not realize that this is a thing. Queen somewhere, knight c7, knight b5. It's fine. I'm kind of tempted just to sack the exchange here, even if we like defend it in the future. Just to get a passed pawn and get some. Either way, I take this one of them is targets there. We'll see. Oh, he did move. So it's definitely coming there. So rook b3, knight c7, rook b6, knight there. What ifs? I know it's basically gonna be a sack if I put the rook there. But whatever. We're not afraid of. Do we take it though? Instantly? I don't know. Let's do it. I like it. I did not have to take it yet, but where do we go? I probably don't want to be on this file when I have to take back. I probably have to castle now, so just to have the back rank kind of covered, even though the knight is here. But this is, of course, kind of completely unnecessary complications, but it's also kind of fun. See what you can get away with. So, question: which way? Taking with the c pawn gives me backwards pawn as a target and basically two connected passed pawns. They are blockaded pretty well though at the moment. And this guy is still kind of completely useless, but like maybe it could do stuff if I take the c pawn. Yeah, this way the pawns would be sturdier, and this would be like a long-term pain in the ass for sure. Long-term pain in the ass. Do I go here? Like how else are we gonna get rid of this guy from here? Kind of forcing maybe this because this is now hanging. I mean, of course he could go backsies. I did undefend this, but he did also unattack it. But I don't know if he set up some kind of a like rook here, king, queen here, this rook here. Pawns are this way, I have a bishop here, I'll try to put pressure here, but he's defending it twice. Can we break through ever? Probably have no way of losing it at all. I think I'll take this way. Good part is that if he does try to tries to do this, he has to address this here, so I don't know, maybe he's going for attack here. Not so easy. Should we try to open another avenue here? This is also hollow threat here. This on the other hand is also not a threat, because I don't know if I ever want to take it there. Well, let's see who's gonna get hurt by this. Might be me. Because my pieces are not really attacking on the queen side for sure. Or king side, sorry. Alright, so I think I definitely don't want to take. But I don't know, try to somehow maneuver this idiot around. Just covering these. I could lock this down on this side at some point, but I don't know how to break through ever. Alright, so he's guaranteeing that things are gonna stay open on that side. And it looks too risky to take this way. Maybe I should have. I have a little problems because I want to bring this guy around here. Okay, he sidestepped my threats there. I was wondering, like, could if at some point take and take, but I guess not. So, like here. Just to defend this, and I can maybe bring this bishop around. I mean, maybe b4 too. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'll just stick this here. If he does this, then he's not getting my rook. It's not bad. Of course, you could argue that it's some completely out of game. At some point, we might have some kind of a check somewhere. But if this guy gets somewhere distracted, I'm wondering if he should stop the bishop here. Okay, so of course not a real threat in a way. Let's stick it there, why not? Maybe he does it now. But then again, I am up that, well, I didn't have to sack the rook. Do we take it? I assume we do. I have a backwards pawn here, which is annoying, of course. Before soon. Now I'm also allowed to do this one. I guess then he takes and takes. I don't know. I'll just throw this in here. This would be a huge problem, probably. Guess he can still survive. Now queen is free to go do stuff. Queen is free to do stuff. Opponent offers a draw. Nah, we're gonna try to squeeze a little bit. I'm not really sure where we are going with this nonsense, but I mean, actually, I could have done this a few times already. Should we do it now? And why not? Go. I have a passed a pawn. I mean, of course, he can say no. I'm kind of curious if he says no and moves the rook somewhere, like here. How good would be the exchange sack here? Just because I have a quite a powerful dark square bishop. Nothing to sneeze at. Of course, he at any point can sack it back. Guess he also wins a pawn in those lines somehow. I want to do this somehow, but I'm not sure it's gonna fly. Well, let's try to fly. Let's try to fly while we can. Gonna pin death pawn. I'm not really sure who's gonna benefit from this side opening up. But this is semi-dangerous if I somehow like chop and get something going there. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see it. But this is definitely off limits. Definitely off limits. Hmm. So I think I can. Oh, I can't. Dog it. I thought I have an in-betweener, but this is a check. That's a check for sure. Take this way. Hmm. Can I get away with this? Like rook here, a6. I guess he goes here and stops that. This is kind of offering a draw though. I'm running out of time and got a little afraid that somehow I might die if he has time to do that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, uh-huh. I'll accept the draw because I have no time to think. We'll see. Probably missed something in the end there for sure. Also, my opponent probably missed something because... Oh, let's look from the beginning. More important, interesting. Horrible. More organized this way. C5. Okay, let's look at the book. How people play these. B3, C5 are the moves. I guess takes is also a move. Yeah, all are possible. B3 is the most popular and probably what I usually face on the black side. Well, I don't usually play this setup against like here. Just go for the pin line here, which is fine. Sometimes I go for this usually against the knight c3 setups where these are not so or not possible. A4, fine. So surprisingly only one game. And then this maneuver is not played at all. See lichess database. Okay, it's pretty even there. I do think black should do this though. Just because so the things that happened in the game don't happen. We can still sometimes stick the knight here in a way that they have to keep an eye on that pawn. But then on the other hand, our knight is there. Knight e2, a5, knight b5. Interesting. Is this good? It is the computer stop line. Then people go back here. Is this somehow like gonna run into some kind of a... Oh, yeah. Use this one to keep an eye on there, and then h4. Can't you escape with this? What is e4? Okay, sorry. Yeah, got distracted by the engine. Complete nonsense. Yeah, I think, yeah, this should be played. So this does not happen. Yeah, okay. This was a problem for sure. But this is on the other hand also a problem. We take there. h3 is fine. Castles. Okay, nothing is wrong here. Computer's advantage is slightly increasing with every move. Even rook a3 is fine. Even approves my kind of a sacked rook. Does not like that I took instantly. I also kind of regretted that, but this is not really threatening anything. No, he can't use this knight, so he has to take the rook with the bishop. How to go from here though? Because here again, he does not have to ever take and open me files to work with. Not sure who benefits from this nonsense here at any point again. If this was a mistake, I assume it's a mistake. Yeah, not sure. Does it matter? I'm gonna ask Mr. Machine what to do here. Okay, not that. Just castle. Not caring at all that we have no defenders at all. Not caring at all that we have no defenders. Okay, probably should not drop. Like similar as the game went, but I mean, it feels exactly the same problems as I had in the game. Where to go through. If black does not take. Mistake, I should do f3, but doesn't matter. He wants to play rook a1. I was not sure what best threatens. Like, let's say he plays random f5. I'm not really threatening to push these because he always has them pop, pop, pop. So I'm not sure what the rook a1 is about. Alright, everything is okay, all good. But I'm not really sure about the evaluation. Like 3.5. Queen f2. Guess now we are threatening this stuff here. Okay, that was bad. But again, like what? Just what? No, I suppose so. Same things, but we have an extra rook there. All right, so did we have anything anywhere? Okay, apparently taking with the e pawn was a mistake. Bishop takes is the right way to take it. Let's say he takes with the pawn. King f2 looks weird. Rook g6. Threatens to push. Yeah, it's the same as the game. But here I could be losing somehow. Wonder if that is true, that I'm losing in this position. So let's say we do this. Assume that the losing plan is that it goes there, and there. Maybe even runs the king somehow all the way there at some point to cover the pawn runs, which I can't push at the moment. I can always play here and kind of force him to do something about that. I'm just curious. Gets in here. It's time to take this one, then go here. No. What does he have time to do? No, he has no time to take this then. Rook g8. Wait a minute. How is this losing? Like, just walk the king here now, then bring the rook back and if my pawn is there. Fine. Yeah. Here I have this one and I win. So I would have lost if he exchanged the rooks at the right moment. Just because I took with the pawn, which somehow makes a difference. But if we take with the bishop, they take here. Guess this leaves me an opening here. Also keeps an eye on this though. So we don't block this. It also has some king runs in the future. If he does some kind of a long plan of like trying to bring the king there to cover the a pawn. I don't know. Difficult for my stinky brain today. Still losing apparently. Drawn. Assume if I take, I'm lost. Okay, yeah. So repetition was correct. I did let that game slip away. On the other hand, not exactly sure how. I guess we just have to go for this attack at some point. Earlier, with more things on the board. I guess, yeah. Well, yeah, this was unnecessary. So, I'm just curious, what happens if they go here? Okay, I did not see that. Same attack without exchange sack. So easy. Unnecessary. Stupid. Well, alright. Thanks for watching. Until next time. That was interesting.